What's going on, guys? Matt with PC Payload back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about a way to play Star Citizen's Star Marine at a 21:9 aspect ratio and be able to actually get in and out of this menu without being stuck. Right now I've loaded in the game. I'm running a 2560 by 1080 ultra-wide resolution. Aspect ratio is 21:9, of course. And the issue that you have, or that I have, and many people in the forums have, is that when you try to run this in ultra-wide and you go into your customization menu, the bottom of the screen is actually cut off. And so what normally you would see here, you would see this lighter colored border would go actually all the way around. And right about here you'd see a back button, and over here you would see a save loadout button. So that clicking sound is me actually hitting the top edge of that save loadout button. Problem is over here, because the back button is designed a little bit smaller and lower, is that I can't hit it. So you go in to customize your character with your ultra wide monitor, and you can't back out of the menu. You get stuck. So of course, get out of here. I'm going to kill off the game completely. So basically, you can leave this up if you want to leave the client, just the launch portion up. That's fine. You don't need to start from complete scratch, but you do need to exit out of the game completely. So let's load back in. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to step you through a really easy way to still play with your ultra wide monitor and be able to navigate in and out of that loadout menu, your weapons and armor loadout menu. And be able to enjoy the full, glory of your widescreen monitor without the black bars on the right and left side. It's simple, your options menu and changing a couple things, and jumping back into the game. So as soon as this loads up, we'll do that. So before anything else, before you do anything, you want to go into your options menu and go to graphics. And the first thing you're going to see is that, for me, I'm running a 2560 by 1080 resolution, and I've got that set to full screen. All you need to do to fix this is switch to 1920 by 1080 and apply that. Now you're not going to see it change on your screen. Right now, for the recording in the Star Citizen menu, what you guys are seeing is you're seeing black bars on the side. Now I don't see that. I actually am seeing the full ultra wide. Everything is all stretched completely across the screen. Even though it says 1920 by 1080, I haven't seen anything change on my end. For whatever reason, it's tricking the settings into thinking that it is running at that resolution. So when you go back and you go into Star Marine, now you'll see this entire border running all the way around. So if you see that border completely, surrounding the menu that you're at right now, you know that when you go into your loadouts, you're going to see that as well. So all of a sudden, I am in ultra-wide. Like I said, you probably don't see that on your end just because of it's a manipulation with inside my system, and my recording software is not seeing that. But what I'm seeing is the entire menu in ultra-wide without the black bars, and I've got the save loadout, and I've got the back button. So I can go ahead and I can customize all this stuff, and I can back out, and I can jump into a multiplayer match, and actually play in ultra-wide. Now, I will say that it looks a little wonky, and what I mean by that is that it does look like it's taking 1920 by 1080 and stretching it a little bit. It doesn't have that crisp edge that you would get if it truly was running at this ultra-wide resolution, but you are able to actually play it on your full screen. So keep that in mind. It's kind of a trade-off. You're able to actually play in an ultra-wide format, so to speak, but it's stretching out the image. Now, the HUD will look the same. What's nice is where your ammo counter and your actual, on the left there, where you've got your health, and the HUD up top, everything looks good. It's not stretched out, but the actual image, the actual gameplay image is going to be slightly stretched out. It doesn't look too bad. I'm running on 34-inch ultra-wide, so that's pretty much the biggest ultra-wide you're going to get right now. It doesn't look that bad. I could easily switch back to 1920 by 1080 and just play with the black bars, and it would be fine. But if you do have ultra-wide and you want to enjoy your monitor, this is the way to do it. This is the one way that you're going to be able to get it to run until they decide that it's worth it to patch it. I know a lot of my friends, I mean, let's just say most people, 90% of people out there are running a very standardized resolution, like a 1920 by 1080, that, you know, that's very compatible, and that's how they design these games. So ultrawide implementation and the full implementation of ultrawides might be a while, but I'm sure they'll do it. There's lots of talks on the forums, lots of people talking about having issues with it, and eventually they'll find it worth their time to fix it for us. So anyway, guys, quick walkthrough. I'm just going to be the asshole at the backside of a match here, and I just wanted to show you that you can get this to work.
Stuff's about to get crazy.
Let's off somebody real quick first. There we go. There you go, guys. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. This is Matt from PC Payload.